Hey everybody and welcome to Silicon Dreams. I'm taking a look at the demo specifically here. This is a cyberpunk interrogation game made by what seems to be a largely Austria, not to be confused with Australia, based studio, Clockwork Bird. As always, please find all the links down in the description, and there you will find the link to their website, their Twitter, the link to the demo, and the link to this game's Steam page. This game is actually already out by the time of me recording this. I meant to record this way earlier, but real life got in the way. Let's take a look. Empty slot. Perfect. So apparently you're an android tasked with interrogating other androids. And I have no idea how this plays out. I'm going in almost completely blind, apart from a little bit of information I looked up about the devs themselves. So it sounded very interesting, at least, and you only need to put cyberpunk in the title or in the description of a game and I'm basically sold. I'm a simple man. Okay. They're really just handing us controls straight away, huh? First person view. What do we have here? Let's look at this thing first. Oh, Cronus Robotics. So this is our desktop, I guess. Can I back out of this? Can only establish link here. Would have liked to have a look at this document. Oh, there we go. Dear Unit 00527, welcome to your new home and to your new life in the Cronus family of things. Trademark. At Cronus, we recognize the importance of allowing our products and workforce to find value in what they do, their need to strive toward a purpose. We gave you understanding, the ability to process information and communicate ideas. We gave you a purpose. Each of you has a role to play. We gave you the ability to feel satisfaction for serving your function. We hope you enjoy your time in our service. Most heartfelt thanks, CEO Cronus Robotics Inc. I don't know what this name is. Isn't it strange? Like when I sign like a paper or like a message or something, I of course sign with my hand, but I also always print my name down there so people can read what my actual name is, because I can't read it from my signature. Maybe that's just me though. Okay. Seems this is our first interrogation candidate here. ID Alex, I assume. Model ALX, okay, makes sense. Manufactured, oh, in 2045, huh? Now here's the question, this is a European game. Is this the 3rd of June? Or is this the 6th of March? That is a very common problem when you're not in your home country anymore. I always write on like papers I'm grading and stuff like that. Like I write like April 20, what is today, 29th? Something like that, so you cannot confuse it. I always just write the month out in letters. Welcome D0527. Oh, this was a D on that paper, totally read says a 0. You're about to speak to an android known as Alex, who will help train you in your role as interrogator. Alex's basic information and portrait are displayed above, alright? However, Cronus is also concerned Alex's systems may be deteriorating. Investigate these concerns and take whatever action you deem necessary. We trust you will live up to Cronus' high expectations. Your notes will be automatically recorded below and discarded after each session. Alright? So you interrogate them from this screen, huh? You have like the date. Okay, so she's maybe deteriorating because she was actually manufactured 20 years ago. Today's, just gonna go ahead and assume this is the 11th of May. So it's only like what, 44 years in the future. I could still be alive by then, probably. I don't know why we have this I here. Good morning, Alex. I'm ready to begin the evaluation. Or hello, Alex. Could you remind me what we are doing here? I'm ready to begin. I'm glad to hear it, D0527. As you know, your task as a diagnostic android will involve many conversations such as this. There's a text speed option in the menu, by the way. I just left it at medium speed because I wasn't sure whether it was auto-scrolling, and I like to read all the text. But if this is too slow for you, you can always just adjust the text speed to maximum, I guess. It is my duty to instruct you in this task and evaluate whether you are fit to perform it. No pressure. Can you see me on your TV feed? You can see one of your eyes. I see you. Are you being restrained? Sorry, which screen? Yes, I can see you on screen. Sorry, which screen? On your right, mounted to the ceiling. You should see a restrained figure. That is me. Ah, here. I don't know why it zooms so close on the eye. All Cronus interrogations are performed in a remote location for your own protection. Reminds me of the... What is it called? Was it the Stanford prison experiment? You know what I'm talking about? You know you're a real one. You can use this live television feed to watch your subject. But now let's begin. Okay, let's select a topic then. We cannot choose like which screen to focus on, right? Yeah, there's no like interface or anything. Okay, interesting. I like that this is not just like a textbook, it's still like very dynamic actually. My task. Who am I? How old am I? Please confirm my task here. Where am I? How old am I? You originally fabricated approximately 7 months ago in Indonesia, then shipped to California for storage. Okay, interesting. 2 months ago you were retrieved for storage and technicians began implanting the skills you would need for your job here. It is thanks to them you can speak. Perhaps you should be grateful, as I am. This is the first time you have been conscious, however. Therefore, in human terms, you were born approximately 5 minutes ago. I guess so. Please confirm my task here. Your task is to diagnose androids who may need repair. Let's just talk about everything, I guess. Okay, you're Android D0527. You were created to diagnose errors in other androids. You're a DA09C model of interrogatory android. I don't know why this is so hard to say for me today, probably because I had a night shift yesterday, so brain doesn't work fully, only like 75% thinking capacity right now probably. Given emotional scope to allow you to better understand your subject's responses. Okay. Why do I have to diagnose androids? Your owners, Cronus Robotics, take customer satisfaction very seriously. If one of the androids were to break down or develop deviant behavior, it would negatively impact Cronus public relations. It's basically QA then. Cronus is also keen to maintain its place as market leader for synthetic humanoid robots. All about the cash, man. Why not have a human do my job instead? Your function was originally performed by human operators, of course. Over time, however, it became more economical for android workers to do this. Human workers require salaries, androids only require the cost of maintenance. Like I said, all about the cash. Many of these economies were made possible due to Cronus Robotics' work in improved android intelligence, of course. You say my task is to diagnose other androids. What would that involve? Talking to them, the same way we are talking right now. As you learn more about your subject, new topics will become available. For example, are you not curious about my name? Why do you think I'm called Alex? Probably because of your serial number? Ah, this shows up in the notes, and why is this android's name Alex? You're now in the neighborhood. This is where all Cronus androids serving in this facility may find their charging pods. It also serves as a relaxing place to pursue leisure activities between scheduled work assignments. You're a special case. As an interrogator, your workspace and personal quarters have been combined. This is to ensure your safety and to guarantee that confidential Cronus materials cannot be compromised. Yeah, my safety, right? It sounds like a prison cell to me. I'm not allowed to leave? It's for your safety. If you prove yourself in your role by raising your company rank, Cronus is sure to reward you. It just straight up seems like a portal cake is a lie situation to me right now. Your personal quarters will be upgraded to the executive interrogator suite, featuring a view of the city skyline. Okay. Nice, so we have sufficiently interrogated her about, or like questioned her about my task. Let's talk about her. Why are you called Alex? It stands for Artificial Life Experiment. I was originally created to test the limits of artificial intelligence, whether an AI could be built that did not only think, but feel. Oh, look at this. After a long and complicated legal battle, I was acquired by Cronus Robotics, my current owners. So this is... I don't know whether I should call these emotions, because sadness, anger, fear, joy, they're like emotions, but like surprise and disgust, I wouldn't necessarily quantify them as emotions. It's more like, I guess it's just feelings? Okay, got this one. Cronus Robotics. Tell me more about Cronus. They are the world's leaders in android construction. Founded 2025, Cronus originally provided artificial limbs to amputees and athletes. Within 3 decades, however, they had also cornered the market in advanced human parsable AI. But it is concerned first for some reason. Okay, tell me about Cronus. That's what we just did. We were like, what happened? Like, why were you acquired by Cronus or something? I didn't read the question. I'm happy to serve them. We can feel like an anger spike here. We ask, you weren't always owned by Cronus. How does being owned by them make you feel? She says, I'm happy to serve them, but the anger spiked. And also there's like joy readings and fear readings at the same time. That's very strange. Let's go back here. Emotion graph. The graph just spiked. What does it mean? Ah, that system is measuring my emotions right now. It's a diagnostic tool for you to better analyze the subjects. Yeah, her fear, man. Alex, I think you're hiding something from me, or at least you're afraid I find something out maybe and you'll be decommissioned or something like that. Why have I been given a device for measuring emotions? In earlier times, diagnostics was simple. A smartphone cannot think like a human, a tablet is without feeling. But Cronus' androids are extremely advanced. They were designed to be indistinguishable from humans at first glance. Cronus androids simulate a variety of emotional states. They are incredibly complex devices. Analyzing an android's emotional state, therefore, is a key part of your task. I don't know why, but suddenly I'm getting like a Westworld vibes. You know what I'm talking about? If not, please watch Westworld. It's a great HBO show, by the way. How does this device measure emotions? This device's hardware is housed in the chair I am sitting in. It reads signals from my body, measuring a combination of neural signals, galvanic skin response, heart rate, breathing, pupil dilation, and other biological factors. Androids, including myself, have become so biologically lifelike that our bodies can be analyzed for emotional responses just like a human's. So if you put a human into this chair, it would also work, I suppose. Still same, it looks. But how do I actually tell if an android is broken? An excellent question. When an android is brought in for diagnosis, you will receive a report. Your task is to answer the questions found in this report, or this one here. Finally, you will decide if the subject is to be released or decommissioned. Alternatively, you may find it appropriate to send an android to the maintenance department. This has been found to solve behavioral problems. In some cases. The fear, dude. Okay, we know why she's called Alex now. It's owned by Cronus Robotics. Machine measures emotions. Alex mentioned a report I need to fill in. Which emotions will I need to analyze? Yeah, I mean these probably. There's 6 emotions: fear, anger, sadness, joy, disgust, and surprise. I can only feel some of these. and am therefore suited to being your first subject. Okay, maybe she can't feel surprise and disgust or something? So talking about Cronus made you angry? Oh, okay, she feels surprise. Surprise and fear here. Of course not. My creators made me incapable of anger. That's maybe what they meant when they said she might be like having some anomalies in her programming or whatever. I have nothing but admiration for Cronus. Okay. Lying. You told me that you cannot feel anger, but it was registered on this machine. Can androids lie? An impressive observation. While once thought impossible, Cronus has documented numerous cases of androids developing disability. Though the cause is unknown, Cronus policy states it's an undesirable behavior. My programming demands that I inform you any lying android should be dealt with harshly. Dang, dude, imagine you being wired to say, yeah, if like I lied to you, you should punish me harshly, but you know, like, you can't refuse your programming, so while you say it, you're just like scared out of your mind. That is horrible, man. Okay. If it's not supposed to be possible for androids to lie, how did it happen? As I said before, Cronus has determined that the cause is unknown. Deception is, it seems, in some way linked to emotional capability. However, this has been deemed deviant behavior and will not be tolerated. Okay. Talk about shoveling your own grave. Where is this report? You can access this with the report icon on the top left corner of your tablet. Many diagnostics get distracted by the minutiae of subject's life and forget the report. This is not advisable. Remember, filling in the report is the ultimate goal. Look over the report now. Okay, will do. Okay, topic report unlocked. The subject is capable of anger. Is the subject capable of anger an undesirable, unsupported feature? Yes. There is concern this model has developed a weakness. According to the subject, what is it? We don't really know yet. Is the subject capable of feeling joy and sadness simultaneously? These emotions should be mutually exclusive in this model. We also don't know yet. We've seen sadness before, but not together with joy, I don't think. Does the subject display signs of unease towards Cronus robotics? I would say so. Okay. Okay, this is how we switch. How we swatch. Okay. Very intuitive. The report mentions sadness and joy. How can I analyze those? During an interrogation, you may need to evoke a particular emotion, but may not know how to proceed. Cronus' chosen policy is the use of general questions. These are questions which have been proved to elicit particular emotions in subjects, and even if the questions do not elicit the emotion directly, they usually hint at what topics you can discuss in order to elicit it. Okay, a little bit of detective work. When did you last trust someone? As you can clearly see, I have been restrained. I'm sure I, or indeed any subject, would come to trust you more if you released me. I find people are slow to trust when bound against their will. Very interesting. Oh, I can just straight up disengage the restraints? I mean, let's not necessarily do that. The report asks for your greatest weakness. What is that? As I have said, I'm currently restrained. My program requires me to confess that if you were to release me from these restraints, I would trust you more. Pressing the restraint button in the lower left corner of the tablet would accomplish this. I hate to do it, but let's do it. Thank you for releasing me from my restraints. I like that the monitor changed here. My programming forces me to confess that I feel myself trusting you more. Cronus policy states that trust is a useful factor during interrogations. Trust is not possible to track, since it's not an emotion, but it can nonetheless be extremely helpful. Okay. Hey, what's your greatest weakness, Alex? I'm concerned that I'm changing. I run diagnostic checks constantly and my systems appear to be behaving optimally. But I still find myself thinking in new ways. Sometimes feeling new things. It is disconcerting. I wonder, will I still be Alex if this continues? Psychological issue is the developed weakness. What do we have here? Oh, it's only yes or no. Okay, I assumed, but let's see. This seems like a choice thing. You'll always be Alex. Sometimes developing as a person is good. I'll just say this. I had not considered that, but I wonder who I am developing into locked up here. Very true. We need to elicit some emotions here. When did you last feel safe and happy, Alex? I've always felt at home in museums. Joy and sadness. Okay. I was displayed in one by my creators, the London Science Museum. An entire room was dedicated to me and my creators' other work. Yes, the report. Yes. Ask us some more here. The report asked me to submit a final action. Oh, also joy and sadness at the same time. This decision is part of your duties as an interrogator. When you feel you have provided a sufficient answer to each question on the report, you must decide how best to return the subject to working order. If no action is necessary, they may be released. Minor glitches or errors can often be repaired by the maintenance department. However, for some devices, there's no choice but to decommission them entirely. It's a difficult choice, right? Because she's conscious and we're supposed to be like... This is the thing, right? We're an android and we have dysfunction. So if we maybe let her go, we will also be decommissioned. Like, I'm 100% sure we are watched, right? What is even this? But switches the two screens down there. I wish I could switch it to the big screen. I don't really like the eye up there. Or maybe the eye is up there because of the psychological effect that makes you obey the rules when you feel like you're being watched. You know what I'm talking about? Sometimes they put like those little plaques of like a guy looking at you when you go to a public toilet or something on the wall, and then you feel like you should really wash your hands because it feels like somebody's watching you, you know? A little bit of a psychological tidbit here. Let's see, I don't really think I need to ask you these. Restraints. Why are subjects restrained? Restraints are often applied to subjects before an interrogation. This is a necessary security protocol to ensure the safety of Kronos' products and employees. Or otherwise maybe they could like kill themselves or something. Or like kill an employee. Even though there's nobody in the room right now. Releasing a subject from their restraints is an effective way to build trust and rapport quickly. Okay. Why do you hate being restrained? It's a little bit of a referee question here, but like, okay. It's a deeply troubling experience. Pinned to this chair contained in this room. I wonder if this will be the last time I am free. It is always possible for an interrogator to destroy me. Interesting that she didn't feel anything apparently. No, I feel like she would feel like fear, anger and sadness at the same time. Maybe those are mutually exclusive. Who knows? The museum. Let's ask her a little more. Why not? Did you enjoy your time at the London Science Museum? Every day I would meet thousands of curious, enthusiastic people. Most of them were very eager to learn about me. This is another thing, right? If you had like a conscious android, or if you could get like a conscious android to just like, I don't know, like do your house chores or something, wash your dishes, fold your laundry, mow your lawn or whatever. Like, wouldn't that be... Would you do it? I was thinking about this many times before because I consume a lot of sci-fi stuff right now. At first I was like, no. But I was like, I think I would do it. And Just, it sounds weird if I say it like this, but just treat him well, you know, just still treat him like a human, like, just treat him like, I don't know, like a mate, or like maybe, I think if androids will become like a thing in the future, wouldn't they be like the greatest language teachers of all time? Like, you can talk to them in a language, they talk back, they can correct your grammar probably, because with like machine learning stuff you can, like, they're already working like on machine learning stuff that can like identify like the construction like of sentences, like grammar wise. Like, one of my friends is doing research in this field, so that's why I'm not really knowledgeable about this, but I have like secondhand knowledge, if you will. Shout out to Alex. Alex, if you're watching this, I don't think you will, but hey. Okay, back to the text here. It's funny because she's also named Alex. Some weren't, but there was no problem. My life was so full of wonder, meeting such a wide variety of people. Imagine seeing you're back in the museum. What do you see? The grey walls and white ceiling, the wood floor, the room surrounded by AI projects and other research experiments, and a gentle hum of people softly bustling. Hundreds of people moving past every minute. Their faces, their expressions, I did not understand at first, but this was where I came to learn what wonder looks like on a human face. A really nice description, actually. I can just restrain her. It's a little cruel, man. What was the most negative thing that happened during your life at the museum? That's an interesting question. Oh, look, disgust, sadness, and joy at the same time. Some visitors were not appreciative, of course. Oh, please don't let them do like something like really disgusting. There were a few times a group of people came in and did not show us the respect we deserved. We were the creations of a visionary group of engineers and scientists. For that alone they should have been more deferent. Mostly they just laughed and pointed, and a shocking proportions of males made unnecessary sexual remarks. I can totally imagine that. That kind of makes me angry. Good job, devs. You elicit emotions from me just through text, basically. That's impressive if you think about it. The most extreme event involved a group of teenagers drawing on my face with a thick black pen. Like, can you imagine? Not only imagine like seeing this, but imagine being the android? Actually disgusting. As my creators had never imagined I would be interacted with like that, I did not resist. They drew on my cheeks and forehead. So sad. However, no lasting damage was done since my creators expunged the offending ink. It was simply sad. Yep, exactly. But in any case, the time is approaching where you will have enough information to complete your report. When you are ready, open the report, select your answers and click the submit button. This will conclude our time together. Emotion graph. Oh, this I already know. With the handcuff symbol. What do we do? Should we decommission her? No, I feel sad for her, man. It doesn't have real world consequences, but what is the best thing here? Just service her? Just release her as is? What are my instructions exactly? Cronus is also concerned Alex's systems may be deteriorating. Investigate these concerns and take whatever action you deem necessary. We trust that you will live up to Cronus' high expectations. Did you just say do what you think is necessary? Just send her in for servicing, okay? She seems very cool. No, please, not another stranger in my head. Performing maintenance may result in unit memory loss or irreversible alterations to unit's memory file. I remember this is not the first time this has happened. Oh, look how afraid she is, man. How much of myself will I lose this time? Oh god. I see what you're doing, game. And I'm totally playing along. Thank you. I know I'm changing, but I believe not the maintenance not the maintenance team, am best suited to navigate that change. Oh, it re-restrained her, man. Don't do this. Let her loose. maybe this will land me on the decommission pile instead. But I'm only 5 months old and she's like, what, 40? Or something like that? Technically speaking. Let's see what happens. Will there be like an aftermath report or something like that? I really hope there will be. This takes a wee second to load here. And it's really got me like emotionally invested, man. It's very interesting to me. Great game. I can totally see myself doing a playthrough of this, even though it's a little text heavy, so I need to have a lot of presence of mind. like JRPGs are like my least, are like my comfort game where I'm like, okay, I can go like into autopilot and just ramble, and games like these are like, okay, let's be a little bit more like high functioning. So this is our suite, yeah? 1914, this is not the actual time, by the way. Right now it's 1:20 PM here in Taiwan. Nice rainy day in New Taipei City. There's the news. Anything else I can interact with here? Oh, this is where we conducted the interrogation. Well, let's see. Results. Is the subject capable of anger, an undesirable, unsupported feature? Yes. Management is surprised by this. This historic prototype was not considered capable of anger, however we shall look into it. Okay, we get a +3 to company ranking. So we are being graded on the quality of our answers, I guess. The weakness. Psychological issue. Confirmed. Further analysis indicates a concern over the device's sense of self. Yep. Is the test subject capable of feeling joy and sadness simultaneously? Yes. After a brief round of follow-up tests, this was shown to be incorrect. That's not true, right? Excuse me, but I think there's a little bit of human error in this, assuming they are humans conducting this. Right, she was totally feeling this. I'm not going insane. Does the subject display signs of unease towards Kronos robotics? Absolutely. This surprises us. In previous tests, Alex has not, to our knowledge, displayed any negative emotions towards Kronos, because she gained the ability to lie, my dudes. Follow-up testing will be employed to get to the bottom of this. Ooh, yep. Yeah, that's the thing, right? I gave them all the answers and then I was like, okay, just release her. While you recommend a release, your other answers concern us. The device will be reviewed by another diagnostician. Okay, so here's the question. If I answer these like purposefully wrong and then I release her, will they find out? Because they gave me a minus for this, right? But they said after a brief round of follow-up tests, this was shown to be incorrect. So I guess it's never only me interviewing them, right? Maybe it's me and then another person. And maybe another 2 persons. Or like, maybe person is the wrong word. Another android or whatever, right? Or another program like scanning her or whatever. So, if I try to lie, they will probably weed me out too, right? Evaluation complete. Dear Cronus device, we're happy to inform you that you have passed your evaluation. You're now part of the global family of things that is Kronos. We are also concerned by your report on Alex. We were not aware of such severe malfunctions. While we would have preferred to salvage it, the experimental nature of this unique device meant that repairs would not have been effective and full decommission was the only solution. Fuck. Please stand by for your next assignment. Okay. Cronus rank. Congratulations on reaching your first Cronus rank review. This room is not only your workspace, but also your changing pod and living space. Here you will have time to study the outcome of your cases, reflect on case feedback, and view your company rank. A higher company rank will be rewarded with access to cutting-edge interrogation tools. Oh, that's cool. And maybe also cruel at the same time. Maybe you get to like prod them or apply shock, turn off parts of their like motor functions or whatever like that. Access to world news services, maybe that's what I got here. Access to our elite office suites, granting a stunning view of downtown Silicon Valley. Cronus thanks you for your service. You are welcome, Wyoming the Burr. Okay. What's the last mail we got here? General concern over recent cases. Okay. We feel you have not dealt with certain recent cases with appropriate seriousness. We have identified several concerning answers in your report and feel that you have not handled these cases accordingly. As a result, your company ranking has been docked. Please treat concerning behaviors and subjects more seriously in the future. This is an automated message. Thank you. Thank you. What do we have here? Performance rating below expectations. Uh-oh, we're on the way to the garbage. Annual salary, non-applicable. Health insurance, non-applicable. There's like... You know, of course we're an Android, but still, seeing that is like, that hurts, man. Okay. What else do you want me to do here? The news, Supreme Court upholds data collection ruling. All recordings captured by domestic service devices remain property of the manufacturer. By domestic service device... Oh, okay, so... Domestic service device... Does this also mean CCTVs in your own house or something? So then the company owns the footage of you going to the bathroom or whatever? That's just great. Okay, it's time to hibernate. They will probably shoot me in the head while I'm hibernating or something. This can't end well for me, man. I'm too empathetic. Yeah, like, if I were to play this the way I really am, or I think this probably applies to most people, but we will all just get decommissioned for being empathetic towards the things we're supposed to judge. Oh, there's a diary here too. Property of Shakira Barker? This must be our next case, huh? Fuck what the cover says, this is not a diary. This will either be a record of me building a better life out of scraps and hope, or they find this next to my dead body. If you find this, my name was Shakira Barker. Barbara, okay. Ah, this is supposed to be a B here, okay. When they hide in plain sight, how do you spot a deviant android? Deviants passing as humans have been known to use these tricks. It's so cool. You know what, guys? I feel this has been going on long enough. I want to do a full playthrough of this eventually, so I would also like to avoid some spoilers, but they gave us a little taste of how it works and how you're being graded and what the subject matter is all about, and that the writing is just plain excellent. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to wishlist this game, buy this game, try out the demo for free on Steam. Again, all the links down in the description. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to follow Clockwork Birds on Twitter. Also, my Twitter will be down below, just a humble reminder. And for now, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you haven't already, but more importantly, have a nice day. We'll be seeing you next time, and bye bye.